Muntinlupa already over the limit. Quezon City just one team foul so far. Sarangay. Back to Puroy. Santos ang nakabantay. Puroy atake. Stops. Almost a steal by Ibanez. Shot clock winding down. Bongay has the fire and that won't count. Bola ng Quezon City. Naputokan ng shot clock. Itong Muntinlupa.
Yeah, so far, at least yung last 3 possessions, maganda ang pinapakitang depensa nitong Taipan. You know, closing out on shooters, locating, baseline drifts. That time around, in-stop naman nila yung Spain action nitong Muntinlupa Cagers.
Santos, bigay kay Cunanan. Puroy is right there in front of him. Cunanan inside.
Oh,
Bully
wow.
ball from Greg Cunanan. 11 in the game. Quezon City only down by 3 against Muntinlupa. 2.5 minutes to play here in the first half.
Iba rin ang composure ni Greg Cunanan in the painted area. No? Station controlled and even right through traffic.
Mahigpit yung hawak sa bola.
Oo. Parang may magnet eh. No? Hindi basta mawawala.
Katibuan with a step back 3. There's a foul on Cunanan.
Greg so far is impressed a lot. 9 points, 3 out of 4 from the field. Just 1-3. Oh, 11 points rather. He's already got 11.
And they will challenge this. On that Greg Cunanan foul on Puroy Katimbuhan. So that gives us a chance to also take a break. We'll be right back.
The challenge made by the Quezon City is unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful challenge for the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. Cunanan right here defending the 3. Got him dun sa kanan na elbow area.
No. Sinubukan niyang hatakin yung left hand na nagko-close up pero inabot pa rin.
Puroy 6 the first free throw. 7 points para kay Puroy Katimbuhan.
Napakahalaga nitong nagiging performance ni Puroy Katimbuhan para sa Cagers. I mean, for him to perform this way, tapos yung backup guard mo is Patrick Ramos. Matibay na palitan niya sa point guard para dito sa Cagers.
8 points and 3 assists para kay Puroy Katimbuhan, averaging 12 points and 5 assists per outing this season. 37-32. 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Franz Diaz is back on the floor. Diaz gets in the lane. Diaz short. Rebound. Katimbuhan ahead to Mark Barrera. Barrera will score plus the foul.
Assist number 4 for Puroy Katimbuhan, leading the team in that department, and really has just put his head up and trying to find teammates leaking out on the other side of the floor.
Mark Barrera has been a willing runner.
Oo.
Dito sa game na to, 39-32. Completes the 3-point play.
Lalaki rin na strides eh. No?
Yeah, he's got 15 in the ball game. 12 assists for Muntinlupa as a team, including 4 from Puroy. Mark Barrera still perfect, 6 of 6 for 15 points. Minute and 40 remaining in the first half. Ibanez, dabas muna kay Jerome Santos. Barrera nakabantay. Santos with 5 seconds to work with. Blocked by Barrera. The turnaround from Jerome. Mintis. Rebound ni Sarangay. Katimbuhan, bigay kay Barrera. They go to Hayes. Natapik ni Puray and it will stay with Muntinlupa.
Grabe yung contribution ni, ni Mark Barrera. 2 shots yun na in-stop niya. Could have been very makeable shots for Jerome, but Mark was there to try and make it difficult for him to make that shot.
17 on the shot clock. Here's Marvin Hayes. Barrera. Montiliano now. Puroy Kantimbuhan in and out on the 3. Tapik ni Puray. Tracked down by Sarangay. Hayes. Against Puray. Hayes, the one-hander. Shadow malakas. Takbo si Franz Diaz for Quezon City. Ibanez. Back to Santos. They swing it over to Diaz. Diaz for 3. It's a foul. Who's it gonna be? Montiliano, I believe.
Yeah. Very similar to that foul called earlier on Greg Conan on closeout on that 3. So France is going to go to the line for 3 free throws. Many-time player under Coach Jeff Perlas when he played for CEU. And you like that itong si Greg Conanan is playing the way that he does. Giving a huge lift para dito sa guard rotations ng Taipan Galleries.
And Franz Diaz able to nail the 3 free throws. 40-35. Mark Barrera at the basketball. Puroy Kantimbuhan. 8 seconds to work with. Taken away by Diaz. Quickly to Puray. Pass was a bit behind. The block.
Ooh.
From Barrera, but a whistle going against Muntinlupa.
We got to pull out Mark Barrera now. He's got 2. Yung drive niya against Margaret. That was a call for that foul.
Looked like it was all ball.
No, that tip, right?
Yeah. Well, Puray and Barrera, I think briefly were in the same program in Bacolod, the Bacolod Taitong High School.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Has produced 2 good players there. Harold Alarcon among them. Diaz to Puray. Short. 8 seconds remaining. Kantimbuhan picked up his dribble. Steal by Straight. Layup short. And a crucial tap from Puroy Kantimbuhan. And he was not happy that nobody from his teammates are trying to get that basketball from him.
Yeah, because it took away that last shot of the quarter para dito sa Muntinlupa Cagers. Well, they are up by 5.
40-35 at the break. Muntinlupa ahead against Quezon City.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya's. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching down. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Right now, it seems like every extra possession is going to the side of Pangasinan, and they convert. The Heat Waves up by 11, and this has been a collective effort.
On the second chance opportunity, an off-ball movement
Hockey assist by Gabo, who got the offensive rebound. Direct assist for Talio to Flores. 11-point lead.
Only fitting that he leads this team in the MPBL. Comboy on the run. Adlawan. Oh, access denied!
Wow! Oh my goodness.
Cebu Classic defense on point.
What a way to swat that shot away.
Couple of layups para kay Eman Calo. Thought it was a goaltend there. Lastimosa with a tough drive.
Sometimes you got players na talagang mas gusto pa yung may bunggo. And si Carlo ang isa na doon. It's been pretty much the rebounding action, allowing for second chance opportunities.
63 to 68. Baseline inbound for Basilan. Cabagnol from the corner. Big shot from the crunch man. It's a 2-point game. Anxious moments here for Binyan, but what a play from Coach Rich Alvarez to free up the crunch man for the corner three.
Well, you gotta credit Eman Calo for that perfect pass. Just on that catch and shoot motion for Alex Cabagnot. They've had, what, 5 in succession ba? Kasi si Val Chao ka nakaisa rin kanina.
Oh, Jeff Comia, binitbit muna ang bola bago tinapos sa kabila. What a move from Jeff Comia.
2 points yun, pero mukhang 3 points sa effort eh, no? Grabe yung finish na yun ni Jeff Comia. Just a master in dribble penetrations.
Wow. Taking the lead here, 42 to 40, under a minute to play. Wamar against Macaloni now. Wamar is ahead. Wamar floats. What a shot.
Now they go for the switch. Malaking yung big man ang kumuha, no? Kay Orlan Wamar was able to beat Macaloni. But how about that
That's Steph
finger roll?
Curry-esque.
Montuano, balik kay Robbie Manalang. 8 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Robbie trying to turn the corner. Forces up a three. Oh, banks it in! Robbie Manalang under the rest. Able to will that one through.
My goodness. I was gonna say, nasa isip ko na rin yung sasabihin ko. I was gonna say, what a terrible take by Robbie Manalang. Answered the call the past few games, including this one. Tampos gets ahead. Tampos hangs in the air and gets the bucket. The hoop and the harm para kay Boom Boom Tampos.
Oh my goodness, Javi. The elevation, the finish through contact.
Defying the laws of physics, Boom Boom Tampos featured in our play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet. I will absolutely feel more game if I see more shots like that from Boom Boom Tampos.
San Juan unable to capitalize on that steal. Pero here comes Nueva Ecija. The spin cycle and the finish. The former MVP, JC Marcelino. You know what? This is too big of a game for JC Marcelino not to make an impact.
Because we heard the oohs and ahs even before the shot. Doon sa spin move pa lang, narinig ko na sa crowd.
Only have one timeout here in overtime. Wala nang timeout ng Pasig. Garcia having trouble. Gets it to Lester Reyes. Robbie Manalang attacks. Kick out pass. Jaime against two defenders. Getting that shot up and in. 23 points for Papa Cheats.
He has defied the defense numerous times in this game. Tough shot after tough shot. I thought Manalang would have been better off here trying to go inside into the basket, trying to sneak his way past that help defender. I thought he could have scooped the shot in on that left side, but still giving it to that deep corner kay Chito Jaime.
Back inside the Quezon Convention Center in Lucena. Muntinlupa with a 5-point lead against the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. And Muntinlupa starting out strong with Mark Barrera leading the charge. 12 assists for Muntinlupa in a much better flow offensively. Ito Muntinlupa Cagers. Quezon City though, taking plenty of encouragement sa performance na kanilang bench. Mike.
Yeah, agree. And yung malaking tulong na yun, lalo na dito kay Cunanan, who's been a huge lift para dito sa Galleries Taipan, and he's been doing all the right things. Maganda rin naging effort ng QC early dun sa rebounds, ano? 10 offensive rebounds very early in the first quarter para dito sa QC.
Well, Muntinlupa, you know, they relied so much on that fast break game led by Mark Barrera, and always nice to have a long athletic and a willing runner on the wings para dito sa'yo. And Vincent Greg Cunanan has 11 points to lead Quezon City scorers. John Gabriel had 6 points as well, and Barrera and Cantimbuhan forming a 1-2 punch. Barrera actually starting para sa larong to for Muntinlupa, and meanwhile, our Sidney Crespo has a report.
Sa Delph, Coach Mike, wala rin nga si Coach Jeff Perlas ngayong araw. No? QC is led by Assistant Coach Ricky Reyes, who's been working with Coach Jeff for 10 years already. Mula sa dugout, halos lahat ng players nagsasalita at nagtutulungan sila kung paano ayusin itong second half kahit wala si Coach Jeff. The plan is to keep this game close. Huwag magpaiwan daw sa Muntinlupa. So they need more effort on boxing out bago tumakbo, magparamdam daw sa mga dinidepensahan, lalo na yan si Barrera. Coach Ricky said the team is still optimistic about their chance this season. They looked at the remaining games and they think they can still get a chance. Back to you guys.
40-35 is the count. Thank you so much for that insight, Sid, as Sid checked on the Quezon City team sa kanilang locker room. Coach Ricky Reyes has been a familiar fixture dito sa team na to, and alam naman natin when it comes to familiarity and his relationship with the players, he doesn't have he has a good hold of the players in this team.
Yeah, napaka-importante nun para sa coaches, yung buy-in ng mga players and belief and the trust and the approach to how you run the team and how to do the different schemes.
And Matiliano with the steal and the finish. First basket of the first half for Muntinlupa. Ibanez finds Bernabe. He swings it over to Ibanez on the other side. Misfires on the 3. Rebound. Bernabe. Labas ulit kay Santos. Diaz is wide open. A 3. Yes, sir.
At kung ang goal nila short term is to keep this game very close, I say QC is doing a good job. But you gotta follow the lead of Cunanan in this game. The other guys like Jerome Santos gotta help out of finishing points.
Domark Matiliano back rims the 3. Tapik ni Nino Ibanez, masyado malakas. Tracked down by Poroy Cantimbuhan. Cantimbuhan launches in and out. Nakuha ni Jerome Santos ang rebound. Here comes Franz Diaz. Quezon City does not have the numbers. Franz waits straight with a pick. Straight, and Franz with the hezzy and the finish. Off-leg layup para kay Franz Diaz. He's mastered that.
Yeah, I felt that was a really good look by Franz Diaz. First off, he didn't have that drive kasi na-occupied yung post eh. So he left that side of the floor, went to the other part, and saw that opening and drove in.
Matiliano swishes the jumper. 44-40. Immediately trying to restore order for Muntinlupa.
And nowadays, there are very few players na magaling pagdating sa catch and shoot. And si Domark Matiliano, isa na yan sa mga ilan-ilan na players na kaya-kaya, very efficient doing that.
Ball poked away. It will stay with Quezon City. This is the extreme cool air conditioner fast break of the game. Ang extreme magpalamig, free installation for split type air conditioners.
Doon talaga pumupondo rin itong Muntinlupa. Once you get a live turnover, you try to run it the other way. And Poroy Cantimbuhan has been so good at finding open teammates running the lanes.
Lohera has been inserted into the lineup here in the third. Flores, Sarangay joining him. Kurt rises for this jumper, no good. Ibanez. Flores trying to stay in front. Diaz against Matiliano. Bernabe with a pick. Libre si Santos. Good pick from straight. Santos too strong, and Bernabe could not corral the rebound. It will go back to Muntinlupa.
Good read though of that, what's called a gut screen, yung screen in the middle part of the floor. And skipping it over to that other side with that corner shooter holding that three.
Sarangay gets it to Kurt Lohera. That switch here. And Timbuan nasa corner. The Flores able to get in position against Straight. A whistle going against Jason Straight. Only the first team foul. Was Quezon City. Lohera, Poroy on the right wing. Flores, corner, three-pointer. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Domark Matiliano.
Matik talaga pag catch and shoot. Sumona ang QC that time. They did have a hand on that shot by Domark Matiliano, understanding na mataas ang percentage niya from out there, but still, catch and shoot.
Quick release from Domark Matiliano, 47-40. Here's Straight. An offensive foul on Straight. Bola ng Cagers.
Kaya nagmamatter talaga dun sa, that's called an uphill DHO. Nagmamatter talaga yung timing ng communication between the post players doing that DHO and the guard that's receiving it from the wing.
Poroy Cantimbuan. Here's Lohera. Back to Poroy sa gitna. Poroy drives middle. Poroy finds Lohera. Blocked by Straight.
Ganda ng pasag. Ganda rin ng recovery sa block na yon. Pito lamang ng Muntinlupa dito.
Nice pass here from Poroy. And clean block, and Flores. It's not a Muntinlupa game if there's no J.R. Flores out of nowhere three.
Kaya ang taas ng percentage niya, no? 48% three-point shooter yan, eh.
Avillonar blocked twice. He keeps the ball. Labas kay Franz Diaz. Diaz thought about it. Diaz in the lane. Balik kay Avillonar. Misses the layup. Rebound ni Sarangay. They go to Cantimbuhan. Swings it over to Domark Matiliano. Baba kay Kurt Lohera na tapik. Balik kay Matiliano. Sarangay to Cantimbuhan. Seal. They go down low. Flores, the jump hook. No good. Agawan sa rebound. It ends up with...
Stays with the Cagers.
Out of bounds. And bola ng mga nakaitim. I forgot about Flores. 48% from beyond the arc this season.
Medyo deadly yung setup na baseline out of bounds na yun para sa Cagers. Yeah, Flores is really good from three. And since ang inbounder mo si Domark Matiliano, may chance din yun. Ooh!
Lohera makes the adjustment. March De Leon fighting hard for that offensive rebound. And it's going to be 2 free throws for March De Leon. I bumped into Coach Louis Gonzalez at halftime, and today's game day actually features 10 JRU players.
Oh, really? From all the 3 games?
From all the 3 games.
Wow.
He's got, I think, 6 in this game.
They're
De
smart.
Leon, March De Leon, Patrick
March pa pala.
Ramos.
Oo nga.
Get a special deal from Monesbet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Ray De La Rosa.
Yes.
And Mark Barrera. Sino pa?
Patrick.
Patrick Ramos. He's got a couple in the next game. And Santos misfires. In the first game, may dalawa din siya kanina.
Josh is one of them, di ba? Diab.
Yeah. And Flores going downhill, proving difficult to stop.
Oo.
Muntinlupa saw their lead, reduced to 2 points, but the response has been awesome, to say the least. Ganda na pinapakita dito ng Cagers. Up 13 here in the third. Nabalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Quezon Convention Center in Lucena. That's our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. Kaway-kaway mga tropa natin dito sa Quezon Convention Center. Hindi niya alam no?
Oo.
Hindi niya alam.
Kasi hindi siya kumakaway.
Kaya nga. Eto. Mukhang...
Kung sa ilagan to, may reaction na naman.
Oo. Ay, nagtago si Ma'am doon.
Speaking of JRU players, does Errol, si
Yeah,
Errol, di ba?
yes,
Yeah, si
yes.
Errol, yeah.
Marvin Hayes as well.
Ay, oo nga. No?
Flores inside. Ball taken away by Quezon City. And alam mo talagang nakikinig siya sa commentary eh. Boss Kaiser eh.
Bakit?
Nag-contribute.
Sino daw?
Yun nga, si Errol nga yung
Si
dinagdag
Errol,
niya.
alright.
Kaya nadagdagan ko yung natin eh. Numero natin dito eh.
Parang interactive na no?
Oh,
na panelist eh.
Ayoko lang mahirap lang pag mag-check naman sa Facebook, baka ang daming comment. Hindi ako makasabay. Pero mga Facebook, mga tropang Facebook natin dyan, maraming salamat sa pag-subaybay nyo lagi at pagsuporta sa MPBL. As Clojera lays it in. Vincent Conanan in the lane, fouled by Matiliano.
He got hit on that face as Cunanan was attempting for that point-blank shot.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Hockey pass. Sending it over for that finish by Gabriel.
Greg Conanan, 11 points so far in this ball game.
Totally forgot about Marvin Hayes coming from JRU.
Oo naman.
Oo nga pala.
Kaya nung naglaban na sa Zamboanga Muntinlupa, reunion sila ni James Sena.
Oh, yeah.
Kanyang front court partner.
Those two were tough back then.
Yeah. Flores, 8 seconds to work with. Mark Barrera still perfect. Not anymore. He's 6 of 7 from the field. Ramos unable to score. Sidney Mosqueda. Quickly to Cunanan.
Oh, wow.
Nice look para kay Gabriel. Well, Cunanan always, may magandang nangyayari pag nasa loob siya for Quezon City.
Yeah, he's got really good basketball IQ. I mean, his reads have been spot on. That time around, he was driving, looking for that shot, and saw that the defense collapse and gave it up to this guy guard, which has to be Gabriel.
Sidney Mosqueda, 10 JRU din. There's a turnover. Cunanan, extra pass para kay Gabriel. Flores was shouting for that basketball.
There's a chance na yun, unselfish na si Cunanan doon. He had a free lane pero still gave it up to Gabriel.
Oh!
Ooh.
Barrera got hit. But he puts it in nonetheless.
This might be unspo. Straight to the face.
Oh, Off the curl here. Now, there was force going down dun sa pag-challenge si John Gabriel.
Pero mukhang yung braso ang tinamaan, hindi yung mukha diretso, no?
Yeah, but there's a chance here. There's a possibility that this is going to be upgraded into an unsportsmanlike foul. And sayang because Quezon City is getting a bit of momentum here late in the third quarter.
Yeah, agree. And you know, yung runs nila, yung ball movement, distribution has been pretty solid, especially on the fast breaks.
Referee Ray Gabriel approaching.
Upon review, it was an unsportsmanlike foul on number 1, John Gabriel, for excessive hard contact.
So excessive hard contact.
And that is the 14th foul for Quezon City.
Yeah, he was hovering in the paint, doing drop coverage. Pero that good curl by Mark Barrera made him close out strong, and tama talaga sa ulo.
10-point game. Barrera completes the 3-point play. It will stay with Muntinlupa as a result of that unsportsmanlike foul. 11-point game.
Si Barrera averages 15 minutes per game. Si Lohera averaged roughly about 20, but now that number switched because of the really good performance of Mark in this game.
Oh, almost a steal. Ramos saves it. Lohera has it. Nahanap si Barrera. 5 seconds to shoot. Barrera, another push shot. Too strong. Rebound ni Gabriel.
Lane side.
Kunanan. Gabriel, labas kay Puray. Masyadong mababa ang pass-up. Hayes quickly to Barrera. The spin. The hang time, no good. Marvin Hayes is fouled by Mosqueda. 2 free throws coming up para kay Marvin Hayes.
Couple of JRU guys in that action. Barrera and Marvin Hayes. Kunanan? Is that? Ano? Sydney.
That's Kunanan.
Kunanan pala, no?
This is the Suzuki Gixxer. Great move of the game. Born for greatness.
Yun na yung unselfishness na ni Kunanan. Already had that lane pero chose to give it up to the big man running the lanes.
And Kunanan has to exit for now. Pinalitan siya ni Franz Diaz.
Marvin, a 70% free throw shooter.
Warning Quezon City, number 8, Brendan, for violating the uniform protocol.
Marvin Hayes wearing the J11s today.
Yeah.
Pula.
Somehow bias ako sa sapatos na pula.
Talaga.
Dahil nakasanayan ko lumaki from Bede.
Yeah.
Yung mga varsity red.
Paborito mo yun, no?
Ganda nga yun.
Ganda rin yung kay Sidney Mosqueda.
Right.
Gabriel against March De Leon. March standing his ground. Gabriel lays it in.
March held his ground pero that step through going middle para dito kay John Gabriel, able to finish it off.
60-49. 40 seconds remaining here in the third. Lohera drives against Ray De La Rosa. Lohera too strong. Puray saves it to Ray De La Rosa, who touched it last.
And Lohera was trying to finish on that lane side pero ganda yung pagkakastunt defensively. They didn't have that open lane. Thankfully for the Cagers, they still get possession here.
Lohera to inbound. Gets it to March De Leon. Bigay kay Barrera. March Barrera misfires. Lohera put back is good.
Well, that's where the second chance opportunities been really good all season long para dito sa Cagers. They're number 2 in that department with 16.3 per game.
Cunanan. Diaz drive is well defended by Ramos. 3 seconds remaining. Does Patrick know? He knows. Patrick! Ramos ends the third quarter with a miss. But Domar Quatiliano sparking this third quarter run of Muntinlupa. As soon as Quezon City pulled to within 2, it was Domar Quatiliano time. Highlights of the game brought to you by Simplus, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Well, as much as this quarter has really belonged to Muntinlupa, I felt that was a really good improvement in terms of ball distribution para dito sa Quezon City. And, finding the open man and scoring. Right now, it's 62-49 in favor of Muntinlupa.
That's our fan of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. And we welcome you back to our coverage of Muntinlupa against Quezon City. Sa Tupas with Mike Perez and Sydney Crespo dito sa Quezon Convention Center in Lucena City. 13-point lead for Muntinlupa against the Quezon City team that has been short on firepower. 21-14 in the first, 21-19 Quezon City naman in the second quarter, and Muntinlupa with an 8-point advantage for the third period, 22-14, and that's why we have a 13-point game here to begin the fourth quarter. John Gabriel against March De Leon. Bigay kay Puray, got the step. Puray, layup short. Gabriel sticks it back in.
John Gabriel, sticking with that output in the third quarter, making another basket. Ang silver lining lang dito para sa QC. First half, 5 assists sila. Third quarter, in one quarter alone, they also got 5 assists. So they double that output already in that stat line para dito sa QC.
Marvin Hayes, 4 seconds to work with. Lohera has to fire and hits!
Wow.
Kurt Lohera. And Muntinlupa able to get those plays kahit dun sa dulo ng kanilang shot clock. 9 points for Kurt Lohera. Busqueda rises for that jumper, won't work. Iba ni Patrick Ramos, and Ramos goes back the other way. Mark Barrera. Natapek. Quezon City regains possession. Ganda ng bounce pass ni Trans Diaz to John Gabriel to trim the deficit to 12.
So far, John Gabriel coming up with 4 points and winning that rim run battle with Marvin Hayes.
Barrera had to adjust. No. Cunanan drives. Yes. Greg Cunanan with 14 points in the game. Quezon City Galleries Taipan mounting a late run here. Check out this drive from Cunanan. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. The double clutch layup off the glass and in para kay Vincent Greg Cunanan. Muntinlupa sues for time. We'll be right back. Vincent Greg Cunanan is one of the reasons why Quezon City is still in the thick of the fight here. Him and John Gabriel have stepped up off the bench. 14 points for Cunanan, 4 rebounds and 5 assists for him.
And in almost every basic stat line, Cunanan has really contributed para dito sa Taipan Galleries, and having only 1 turnover so far.
It's a 10-point game, under 8 minutes to play. Cantimbuhan, Barrera, Matiliano, Hayes, and Raflores. For Muntinlupa, Ibanez, Puray, Diaz, Cunanan, and Gabriel for Quezon City. Raflores, 8 seconds to work with. Jumper, no. Long rebound ends up with Cantimbuhan. Puroy up against Puray. Raflores has to fire. Raflores off the mark. Rebound Cunanan. Ball poked away. Recovered by Ibanez. Cunanan in the lane. Bigay kay Gabriel. Taken away by Puroy Cantimbuhan. Matiliano to Cantimbuhan. To Barrera. The push shot. He'll get the roll.
Yun ang kagandahan pagka marunong kang bumasa ng second defender on the ball, and Piroy able to make the most out of that situation, and Barrera once again with the offside action and the finish.
20 points now for Barrera. 5 assists for Puroy Cantimbuhan.
Holding foul on number 10. Puroy Cantimbuhan is second. First team foul by IMC for Harvey Days.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Cunanan got the step. Cunanan will get 2 free throws.
Pushing foul on number 10. Puroy Cantimbuhan is third foul. Second team foul. To the line shooting 2, Greg Cunanan.
Greg Cunanan at the line. Another strong performance from Vincent Greg Cunanan, a former Lyceum Pirate.
Tsaka doubling yung averages niya, no, on the points.
The free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances ng Subok at Kompleto Appliances brand ng Pilipinas. 67 to 57 is the count. Barrera back out to Cantimbuhan now with Matiliano. Saranga is back on the floor. Matiliano with a getaway, and he lays it in for 2. Cunanan out to Franz Diaz, waits for Puray. Puray will drive. Diaz will fire. No. Foul away from the ball. That's on Gabriel.
Well, they had a shot earlier and he waited for that defense to be able to recover. Saka tumira rin sila sa labas. Sometimes nagmamatter yung first look mo talaga. If you have that look, you gotta take it.
No. Masyado malakas ang pasa ni Sarangay. Ball goes back to Quezon City.
Yeah. Sarangay trying to lead si Puroy to a spot on the floor, pero sobrang layo ng pasa na yun. And so Patrick now comes in for Puroy.
10 turnover na para dito sa Muntinlupa. 1 less than that of Quezon City. Ibanez, bigay kay Vincent Greg Cunanan. Uses the Gabriel pick. Cunanan, layup. Won't go. Matiliano. They go to Flores. Nag-cut si Sarangay. Sarangay off the mark. Rebound. Nakuha ni Diaz. Conanan. Back to Franz Diaz. Ibanez from the corner. Too strong. Rebound. Gabriel. He is fouled by Sarangay, I believe.
And that's twice na nag-pass up ng open 3 si Franz Diaz. You could have settled for a Nino in the corner, I understand that, pero pangalawa na yun, nasayang, no? Libre-libre. Ang ganda ng pagkakaset-up ng pasa ni Kunana.
And John Gabriel taking his time. A nice game for Gabriel in his return. 18 points and 7 boards. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Flores. Bigay kay Ramos. Ramos. Matiliano. Defended by Conanan. They go to Sarangay. 5 seconds to work with. A whistle going against Gabriel. Oh no, Conanan rather.
Yeah. So observe ko mukhang pangalawa, pangatlong instance na when the big man of the Cagers actually have a mismatch and sealed underneath, and in all those 3 occasions they never saw that mismatch underneath.
Ramos puts his head down. The turnaround shot is short. Rebound Puray. He stepped on the line. Bola ulit na Muntinlupa.
Yun yung mga sayang na pagkakataon. You get that ball, but you get caught stepping on the end line.
The second in the shot clock. Flores could not hit. Barrera flying in. A foul, and Barrera will go back to the free throw line.
Iba rin yung activity ni Barrera, no?
Well, he moves well without the ball.
Agree.
Nakakahanap siya lagi ng butas na depensa, and there's a difference because pwede ka naman gumalaw ng gumalaw dyan at hindi nakakarating ang bola. Sa kanya, binibigay talaga.
Tama. Tsaka isa na yan sa mga underrated na, movements, yung off-ball. And if you have a guy like Mart Barrera who's pretty much capable to finish of a catch and a layup and a catch and a shoot, it does well for your game.
11-point lead, Muntinlupa, 70-59, 4.5 minutes to play. Franz Diaz will fire a 3. No. Puray trying to fight for that offensive rebound, and last touch ni Puray, it will go back to Muntinlupa.
No, they need 3-point shooters, and that's why Rai is in there. So expect flare screens and pin down setup, corner exits para dito kay Rome.
Rai.
Kay Rai pala, sorry, kay Rai.
Don't worry, I make that mistake as well, Coach Mike. Huwag kang mag-alala dun. Shout out to my good friend Rome De La Rosa. Flores powers through. Beautiful spin move galing kay J.R. Flores in his bag here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, contrary to previous ones na miss nila yung mismatch underneath, this one they located real well.
Ganda ng tanggap. Ganda ng spin move. May have been fouled as well, but nonetheless, he gives Muntinlupa a 13-point lead with 4 minutes remaining in this ballgame. Babalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Quezon Convention Center in Lucena. Muntinlupa ahead against Quezon City. 72-59, under 4 minutes to play. Cunanan has the ball. Puray. Bigay kay De La Rosa. Down low they go. Gabriel. Lost it. Last touch ni Sarangay. Bola mananatili dito sa Quezon City. With 10 seconds on their shot clock. Inbound, Ibanez to Puray. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Flores ang nakabantay kay Puray. Puray with a getaway. He records the 2 points there. 72-61. 11 points ang inahabol ng Quezon City. Bola na Muntinlupa. Flores. Bigay kay Lohera.
Nice
Drop
pass.
to Sarangay. And a foul. Very forceful there on the drop and the drive.
Ganda ng pagkakadrop ni Lohera doon sa dive ni Mark Sarangay. But kanina yung sequence with Puray, I felt it took a long time before he actually moved that ball. There was a possibility of a 3 for Rai.
Hit Ibanez's shoulder there. Tinamaan.
On the way down,
And 0 for 2, Mark Sarangay. It's 72-61.
Need to score quick.
Cunanan, that's off his leg. Picks up his dribble. Puray. Against Flores. Puray, the kick out. Ibanez for 3. Offline. Rebound. Sarangay now with Ramos. Patrick. Gets away from Cunanan, but it's an offensive foul. Hinabol niya si Cunanan dun.
Well, they got Rai on the floor, most probably for threes, but I don't think he's gotten touches yet.
Here we go right here. On this Puray drive.
Yun yung action na I felt. They had a pass to the top, Puray on a pin down for Rai, and Rai rises up for that 3 on the wing. Good thing they still got that basket though.
Under 3 minutes remaining. Rai was open. Puray though could not hit. Whistle going against Muntinlupa. 2 free throws coming up for Jerome Santos.
De La Rosa is actually your #1 3-point shooter in terms of percentage para dito sa QC, and he has not been given that ball.
We're reviewing the last call here.
Coach Mark, so far doing a good job.
Ilang games na yan, no? Hindi pa yata natatalo eh.
Hindi pa, wala pa.
Mark Dandan. Kabatch mo ba to sa masterclass?
Hindi, ahead ako sa kanya.
Ahead ka.
Pero mas bata siya definitely.
Ay, hindi.
Hindi naman. No?
Hindi.
Wag ganon. Wag ganon.
Hindi.
Okay. Next play.
Parang sinabi mong kuya ko si Ken.
Ang bira. Bakit ba napunta doon yung kwento?
Ikaw nagdala nun eh.
Okay na, okay. Sige, next play. Okay, free throw si Jerome.
Jerome Santos at the line. Quezon City, 14 of 19. Make that 14 of 20 from the stripe. Oh, 0 for 2 for Santos. Rebound nakuha ni Flores. Kantimbuhan gets it across to Matiliano.
All-important stop para sa QC. Trying to get into a quick run.
2.5 minutes remaining. Kurt Lohera. Inside they go. Nabitawan ni Sarangay. Good tap. Quick hands by Quezon City. Puray. Binigay kay Rai De La Rosa. Back out to Cunanan. Cunanan up against Flores.
Taking time.
Taking his time here. Looking for Santos. Ooh, he passed up on the 3. That lays it in.
I agree. Could have taken that shot as well. Hindi naman long close out yung bantay.
Final 2 minutes here. Lohera. Sarangay. Now Kantimbuhan. time on the side of Muntinlupa. Ojeda against Cunanan. Both teams already over the limit. Ooh,
Almost.
that was close. Flores binabatay ni Puray. JR in the lane looking for Lohera. He was looking to pass, not to shoot. Gabriel trying to finish. And he'll get 2 free throws, John Gabriel.
The matchup so far. You know, the rim runs have favored itong si John Gabriel. That lane pretty much open for him to claim.
So Mark, pahinga muna kasama ni Mark Sarangay, and looks like Marge De Leon is in.
So if Muntinlupa wins this, momentarily they'll be number 2, ano?
Yeah.
Depending the outcome of Quezon Ilagan.
21 points from John Gabriel. He is 1 for 2 on that trip. 8-point lead for Muntinlupa. Cagers need to get it across and not turn the ball over. It goes into the hands of Patrick Ramos now with Poroy Cantimbuhan. Cantimbuhan attacks, finds De Leon underneath, and March De Leon trying to put the finishing touches here of this Muntinlupa performance against Quezon City. 1:10 remaining and a 10-point lead for the Cagers. Cantimbuhan to March De Leon for the bucket.
Yeah, and Poroy Cantimbuhan continues to make the right reads, drives right through the gut, measures the defense, sees 2 on the ball, finds a back door by March.
Matagle right there, JP Sarao, Vince Magbuhos. Abangan yung Ilagan against Quezon.
Ganda yan.
Two well-coached teams. Coach Eric Gonzalez for Quezon, Coach Louie Gonzalez for Ilagan Isabela.
Gonzalez versus Gonzalez pala, no?
Baka iba yung first name na sabihin mo mamaya. Huwag naman.
Be careful.
Be careful. Baka tawagin mong Eric Gonzalez pag timayo out ang Ilagan, ha? Huwag mong ipagbaliktad.
Oo nga.
It's a 10-point lead. Gabriel, turnover. That should do it.
Oh, yeah.
Ramos against Santos. They double team Patrick. He stepped on the line.
He did. He did get caught on that sideline. Oh, crucial yung last possession na yun para sa QC.
Franz Diaz gets it to Poray. Poray will drive. Hey, taking their time here.
Yeah.
Gabriel shoots and scores.
John,
Down to 8 ang lamang.
oh, John's pretty much been the one very intentional para dito sa QC outside of Pakunanan.
Flores. Oh, turnover. Diaz on the move. Franz Diaz makes it a 6-point game.
Oh, pwede pa to.
22 seconds remaining. 11 points for Franz Diaz. And this was the recovery and the jumper from John Gabriel, making the shot over Patrick Ramos, and on the other side the steal by Santos and the finish by Diaz.
Yeah, baba masyado ng pasa kanina. Ganda ng conversion naman itong QC with Franz Diaz finishing off that 4-point run.
back inside the Quezon Convention Center in Lucena. 74-68 the count here. Muntinlupa with a 6-point lead. They have one timeout. And they also have possession here. It did look like it was going to be a one-ball game, but a couple of turnovers and baskets from Quezon City making this interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
And now they give up the foul, Quezon City, with 12 seconds remaining. 2 free throws coming up para kay Puroy.
And so far, Muntinlupa has missed 5 free throws of their 15 attempts, and they're 66%.
Yung miss talaga yung ano mo no?
Oo.
Inuna mo, ano?
Kasi importante yan para sa Muntinlupa na ma-make nila ito.
And Puroy Cantimbuan, reliable at the stripe. He is a 63% free throw shooter. Mintis ang pangalawa. 7-point game, 10 seconds remaining. Gabriel launches. And 4 seconds remaining. That should do it.
Yeah.
Yes. Muntinlupa rolls to a 4th straight victory as they take down the Quezon City Galleries Taipan 75-68 dito sa Lucena. A big win again. Coach Mark Dandan staying pristine sa kanyang record dito, handling the Cagers. And the manner they've been at the manner that they've been winning games makes this record even more impressive, Coach Mike.
Yeah, and almost nothing changed with Coach Gino not being available. Pero Coach Mark at the helm, the guys have responded well. The Cagers have, and this time around, it's just different guys stepping up for the Cagers.
And this time it's Mart Barrera getting the start and got off to a double-digit output in the first period. And on his way to the best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And Mart Barrera finished with 21 points on 8 of 12 shooting. And he leads Muntinlupa to a 75-68 win over Quezon City. Let's go to Sidney Crespo.
Thank you so much to the Coach Mike. Mart, congratulations. First half pa lang, 15 points kakagad, no? Nakatulong yan para sa lamang na inalagaan nyo hanggang dulo. Right now, pinapatunayan nyo pa rin yung pwesto nyo sa taas ng South Division.
Ano lang po, sinunod lang po namin yung game plan po na pinag-insayuan po namin. Tsaka nag-stick lang po kami sa pinapagawa ng mga coaches at nagtulungan lang din po as a team.
Ngayon, Mart, matinding challenge to, no? Pangasinan, Jensan, San Juan, sunod-sunod yan. Anong kailangan asikusuhin ng Muntinlupa para sa mga veteran teams na to?
Siguro yung depensa pa po namin. Kaya sabi na po ng mga coaches, kailangan naming tapusin yung May ng maganda para kasi pagdating ng June, malalakas na yung mga kalaban namin. Kaya madadala namin yung kumpiyansa na sa May. Kaya kailangan po namin tapusin ng maayos po.
Very exciting para sa Muntinlupa, no? Sinong gusto mong batiin at pasalamatan?
Gusto ko lang una-una gabitin po yung Panginoon po sa binigay niyang lakas po sa akin. At gusto ko rin din po i-congratulate yung si coach po namin, Coach Gino po. At mga team owners po namin, Boss Kaiser and Grace Galvez, at Attorney Jem C, Aya Saicon, mga team governors po namin, Governor Ricarte Padilla, Mayor Rafi Biason, and sa iba naming sponsors, Lakan Lakas ng Camarines Norte, Paramount Logistics, Jem C Foundation, Pareya Moto District, Augusti Ship Manning, Elborg, Hoop Spirit Gym, Tela Athletics, Tito Rex, Alvarez Family, Angeles Resort, Jam Shoes, Las Piñas. At gusto ko rin batiin po yung pamilya ko po sa Negros, kaila Boss Paco, kaila Kuya Jake, kay Boss Jerry, mga teammates ko po sa JRU at saka sa Munti po at sa lahat po ng sumusuporta po sa Muntinlupa po. Yun lang po.
Thank you so much and congratulations. Mart Barrera is our best player of the game, brought to us by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Mart Barrera, best player of the game, leading Muntinlupa to a 4th straight win. And they improve their record. They move up to 2nd in the South Division. And up next, ang laban ng Quezon Huskers here at home. They try to bounce back from that loss here sa kanilang bahay to Pampanga as they battle the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. That's coming right up dito lang sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Ito ang MPBL.